The Jays offense finally wakes up, and it just takes facing the Orioles to do so. They win 7-3 against the O's, and they've now won 3 consecutive games. They're 69-61 on the year. And Jays fans, with the Rays playing the Red Sox, a team that has dominated the Red Sox this year, with Oakland being off today, with Houston Astros playing Seattle today, the Jays got the flipping Orioles. You have an opportunity here to really gain some ground if you can win ball games. The Red Sox the Rays are doing us a favor so far in this game tonight. It's not over yet, obviously. Early on in the Seattle-Houston game, it's going good for the Blue Jays. I think Houston's up 2-0 at least when the last time I checked. So those are good signs. But the Blue Jays did their job today, and that is what matters. But let's break this ball game down. Top of the first inning, Ryan Mountcastle's a solo shot to left field, giving the Orioles a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. To this point, the Jays offense has been nowhere to be found. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes up and he gets a hanger, and oh, baby, he does not miss it. Crushes it to left field, and it is way gone. Second deck shot for Vladdy. And estimated, I think it was like 428 feet, something like that. And it ties the game at one homer, number 37 for Vladdy on the year. Top of the sixth inning, though, Ryan Mountcastle, it's an infield single to Bo Bichette at shortstop. Made a great diving play, but no play anywhere. And Gutierrez comes in to score on the play, and it's a 2-1 Orioles lead. But let's backtrack to the bottom of the fifth inning. When Jarrod Dyson, by the way, he had a great game. I'll talk about him later on. He was at first base with 2 out. He gets picked off. And I'm thinking, damn, you have Springer at the plate. That's you either steal the base or you stay put. Damn it, don't get picked off. But George Springer leads it off in the bottom half of the sixth inning, and he rips a single in the right field. Oh, it's so good to have Georgie back at the top of the lineup, ain't it? It just looks fitting. He looks comfortable. He looks great. It is so nice to have him. I think he got on base 3 times today. Big day for George Springer. He starts off the bottom of the sixth inning with a single. Big stuff. Marcus Semien then walks. All right, you got 2 on, nobody out now. Bo Bichette punches one into right field for a base hit. Semien crosses the plate in to score. I might have missed a play there, maybe a sac fly by Vladimir, so I don't even know what happened. Either way, the Jays have tied the game at 2 with a clutch RBI single with runner in scoring position. Oh my goodness, it's 2-2. Teoscar Hernandez then comes up with a guy at first and third with 1 out. You got to find a way to drive one in and take the lead. What does he do? He pulls one into right field for a base hit. It goes all the way to the wall. In comes, who scored here? Springer? No. Semien scores. Bo Bichette runs through the stop sign. He slides in safely. And the Jays are now at 4-2. Hernandez ends up at third base. He's all kinds of pumped up. The Jays get 2 big hits with runners in scoring position in the same inning to tie and take the lead. Oh my God. Well, it's the Baltimore Orioles. I don't care. You got to do a job. The Detroit Tigers don't have some gracious pitching staff, but we didn't do a job against them. Doesn't matter. Well, they're a better team. Who cares? The Jays got some clutch knocks, runners in scoring position. You got a 4-2 game. Oh, it's beautiful. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Robbie Ray doing a thing, man. He goes 7 strong innings, 10 strikeouts, his 3rd consecutive game with 10 strikeouts. He now leads I think he leads the American League in strikeouts again, passing Garrett Cole. Oh, man, fantastic job. And 200 strikeouts for Robbie Ray. Big congrats to Robbie for that huge accomplishment. But you know what I always say? When you score runs, when you tie, take the lead, whatever, you want a 0 in the next half inning. That's exactly what Robbie Ray gave you in the top of the 7th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Kevin Smith leads off with a walk. And then Jarrod Dyson, it's a ground ball to first, but it was a chopper, so he gets out at first, unfortunately. But Smith moves up for the top of the shot. George Springer, I believe, walked in that at bat as well. And Semien, what did he do? I can't remember what he did. Maybe the lineup's all messed up where I am. But either way, Vladdy comes up again. Ooh, baby. I completely missed the exit velo on this thing. But that literally was the definition of a hanging breaking ball. A ball that starts high and lands right in the middle of the plate, and Vladdy hits it on a seed off the facing of the second deck, a 3-run bomb for Vladdy. A 4 RBI game, 2 home runs, homer number 38, and the Blue Jays, they break it open. It's now a 7-2 ball game. Oh, it feels like a breath of fresh air. You have a 5-run lead. Your offense has been great. You know, your bullpen has been, Soria did a great job in the 8th inning when he came in. Robbie Ray gave him a fantastic outing. He's in line for his first win in the month of August. It's ridiculous, but that's the case. Top of the 9th inning rolls around, and let's cap off a perfect day with Trent Thornton go a clean inning and not having to use any high leverage guys. Yeah, no, that couldn't happen. Leadoff walk, gets the pop out, then another pop fly right on the mound. Bo Bichette trips and falls on the mound. Nobody can make the play. And here we go. Guys at first and second now with only one out. Then Severino rips a single in the left field. Mountcastle scores. Okay, it's 7-3. The tying run is on deck. Charlie goes to Jordan Romano. He's like, all right, enough of this nonsense. Enough of this garbage. Let's just bring in Romano, lock this baby down, and call it a day. And that is exactly what happened as the Jays hang on to the 7-3 victory. They improved to 8 games over 500. It's nice talking about W's, whether it leads to the playoffs or not. It's winning baseball. You got George Springer. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up a couple things to you. We've talked about how this bullpen is looking a lot better lately. But if you can add some hard-throwing guys into the pen, like Richards is nice, but he throws the low to mid-90s. Simber obviously doesn't throw very hard. Soria, as great as he is, doesn't throw very hard. You have Romano, that's great. Meza throws pretty hard from the left side. But again, they're not a lot of hard-throwing guys. September 1st is 2 days away, if you want to count today as well. There are 2 guys in AAA that have big league experience that throw very hard that could be welcome additions to this bullpen. And you might be knowing right away who I'm talking about. If not, Julian Merriweather. Yeah, I know. I'm baffled for one thing, because I heard, he pitched 1 inning down in the Dunedin for the Blue Jays, and then he had a setback. And I'm like, well, his season's over. Then I checked Buffalo Bison's box score, and he pitched. And I'm like, hold up. Really? So I guess he's fine. So he's in AAA. And we all know how great he was to start the year, when healthy, obviously. And Nate Pearson has been in AAA. You had those 2 guys who can pump 99, pump 100 out of that late inning pen. That adds some extra weapons to this pen that has already proved to us it has gotten a lot better. You partner that with the great starting pitching you've got, and maybe the offense turning a corner. Things could start getting really interesting for the Toronto Blue Jays. I wanted to bring that up. Let's talk stats, though. George Springer in the ballgame went 1 for 2 in the game, scored 2 runs. It's great to see. Walked once, got hit by a pitch. I almost lost my mind when he got hit by a pitch. It was an off-speed, so whatever. But either way, hit the guard. He's fine. Thank God. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., guys. 2 for 4 in the game, scored 2 runs, 4 RBIs, 2 bums. Now that is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 38 home runs on the year. I think he's at 95 RBIs, I believe. It's crazy. Could he find a way to get crazy hot in the month of September and hit 50 bombs and 110 RBIs? Wouldn't that be something? Right? He's already hitting that 300. I can see him hitting 300 all year. He is really starting to hit a groove right now, and he's hitting it at the right time. All right? Now, not much other offensive stuff I want to talk about except for Jarrod Dyson. Because his first at-bat, he walked, then stole 2 bases. Well, I guess 1 base, and then Springer and him, some double steal. I don't know. Springer on the move. It tells me his knee is fine. But Jarrod, they both moved up on the play, so that's a couple stolen bases for Jarrod Dyson, and then he had a single in his next at-bat, and he plays sound defense in center field. That was a really nice waiver pickup. He reminds me a lot of Jonathan Davis from the left side, and he's a much more of a veteran bat, is Jarrod Dyson. So that's really nice. See, into lefty bat. It adds another aspect to this team. So a really nice acquisition for the Blue Jays bringing in Jarrod Dyson. The team overall, they only had 6 hits. They only struck out 3 times, but they only had 6 hits in the ballgame. However, you made those hits count. It's not about, like we talked about in the last 2 videos, right? Or I guess the last video about those 2 games. We talked about it. They had double-digit hits in both games. But you had 3 runs and 2 runs. You couldn't get anything done with runners in the scoring position. Today you only had 6 hits. But you had 7 runs. You made your offense count when it needed it most. I think you had 3. 3 hits with runners in scoring position in this game today. The Vladdy home run, the Bichette single, the Teo double, and that was all when you were trailing 2-1. Incredible stuff. That's more like the Toronto Blue Jays, but you're playing the Orioles. I don't care. I really don't. Robbie Ray, Cy Young. That's just my take. My take on Robbie Ray. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, walks 1 guy, strikes out 10. As I mentioned earlier, 200 strikeouts for Robbie Ray. 3rd consecutive 10 strikeout game. Remarkable stuff from the lefty for the Toronto Blue Jays. He was great. Joakim Soria, I feel so calm, cool, and collected when that guy is on the mound. Great stuff from him. A clean inning, no hits, no walks. No runs, a strikeout in that 8th inning. And then Trent Thornton with a 3rd of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. I think he deserves a better fate, though. A pop-up in the infield probably should have been caught if Bo Bichette didn't fall over the mound. And if that's the case, we would have got it first with 2 out. So really, wouldn't have been that big of a problem. But instead it drops in, then he gives up a single, and then the tie runs on deck, and we're like, oh, God, here we go. So he deserved a better fate, but not good enough. Jordan Romano went 2/3 of an inning, got a strikeout, got the flyout, the strikeout to end the ball game. 14 saves for Jordan Romano on the year, and the Jays have won 3 straight games, as I mentioned earlier. And game 2 of the 3-game series against the O's goes tomorrow night. Hyun Jin Ryu versus Keegan Aiken of the O's. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Ryu is very much so looking for a bounce-back performance after his last outing. He was not very good in his last start against, I believe, it was the White Sox? I think he gave up like 3 home runs in the game. Really struggled in that outing. He needs a bounce-back game tomorrow against the Orioles. Get his team back into keep the streak alive of good starts by our starting pitching staff. And for him, he needs it. And the Jays need every quality start they can get from their starting pitching. So tomorrow is massive for Hyun Jin Ryu. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, because damn it, that was a fun game to watch. Smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Twitter is down below, so follow up there. If you have not done so already, guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow night, Jays edition, game 2 of the 3-game set against the Baltimore Orioles. 7:07 first pitch there. Hyun Jin Ryu gets the ball for the Jays. Keegan Aiken gets the ball for the O's in game 2 of the 3-game set. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.